go through all the things. Today's theme is actually beyond integration, what's next for LNT ecosystem. This is because we are actually expanding the narrative for LNT from liquid node token to liquid vesting tokens in general. This is because VT does not only come from nodes, but really it comes from any sort of vesting. Just like Aether's checker nodes, which is a 4-year vesting schedule. For most projects, either it's DeFi projects, infra AI projects, they typically have vesting tokens from investors, from the foundation, or from the team. These tokens are already minted on chain, but they are really just sitting in a foundation's wallet, sometimes in a multi-sig that is not doing anything. So we create a way, just like LNT, we create liquid vesting token where you can trade these tokens just like you are trading the actual project's token. Sometimes in situations where you are like earning, your earnings are vested, just like Aether's when you are mining ATH, there's 180 days of vesting period. We let you to mint the VATH, and then you can actually sell those future tokens at of time, similar to a futures contract. This is all made possible with the AMM that we built with Uniswap hook from a VT trading against the T token. So it's much better liquidity, just like you're trading the LNT. It's better liquidity than NFT. It's going to be the same thing for all these other future like vesting token integrations. So we actually have a few more of these integrations in the plan. But first of all, one thing to update is we're going to launch. I think it's pretty much close to launch next week with the DOG's V0G token from the alignment nodes. I think it's going to be early next week, if not towards like Wednesday to late next week to launch the DOG. By then, you will be able to deposit the node on Arbitrum and then trade the V0G tokens on BNB chain because that's actually, it's a multi-chain deployment where most of the liquidity is still on the BNB chain. From there, you can actually sell the V0G against 0G for liquidity, where you can easily sell 0G tokens in most of the CEXs. On the other hand, you can also actually buy the V0G, where we ensure one-to-one conversion to 0G token by the end of the. Actually, it's going to be it's one-to-one conversion by the end of the vesting schedule. But at the same time, you can actually burn the V0G for 0G token at a discount whenever there's emission from the 0G foundation. So it's really convenient. You get liquidity, and you also have options to kind of gradually claim the tokens back. And of course, if you're buying V0G for using V0G, this is going to be through you're going to be doing it for a discount. So that's one thing. On the other hand, there's a couple other integrations that we're going to announce from LVT. Very soon you're going to see the first VT vesting token that's not from nodes, but just really from some general like staking contracts from Foundations token. There's going to be a couple of these new integrations, and the TVL is looking to be pretty big because there's a lot more projects with the vesting tokens compared with the nodes itself. So we can actually build a lot bigger TVL. So I think pretty soon the protocol is going to generate a ton of tractions. That's about it. Let me address Jarko. Badwebs this week could be here. Yeah, we can actually talk a little bit more about the recent events because I mean I'm personally of course following most of the recent TGEs. I think Jarko just mentioned about the GAIB drop. And I think just like most of the recent launches, the community is actually not getting that much, even though people were expecting to get much more tokens. With Gaib, I was actually kind of under the impression that they are doing the drop based on the TVL sizes. If that's the case, then I think that's fine because they have more than 200 million pre-deposits as far as they're claiming. And then I think most retails, if that's the case, proportionally will not get much. But of course, I'm not super savvy with their details. If they do have proportions allocations for just for like community, for like interactions, Discord interactions, if they've done a Kaito leaderboard, things like that, they should be able to allocate. It's one thing that they don't they just say that they're not going to give it to the community. It's another thing that they can't keep up with the promises. So in that case, I would say like if a project start off don't want it to kind of reward the community, it's sort of a social contract. They shouldn't give out that much promises in the first place. So yeah, of course, I think Gaib has a pretty big community. There were a ton of users were like farming their YTs as well. Like they're buying YTs for the potential airdrops, and I think that's a overall pretty brutal loss for YT users. Even for the airdrops, there are some like lockups with that. But of course, I mean, this is only the first days. Just like the ZeroG launch, they had a ton of complaints from users, but the team actually ended up giving out a lot more allocations than initially proclaimed. So keep the team some more time. I think with AnyTG it tends to get pretty hectic. So yeah, I would give the team the benefit of the doubt. We actually know the team pretty well as well. I think they are pretty solid in terms of just putting on a ton of effort to make lots of things happen. Speaking of that, actually another of our potential Repo though. That's one of our partners planning to TGE. But as far as we've seen from their social, I think they've delayed. Previously we were told that they're gonna TGE on 17th, and now I think it's actually the 21st. We haven't actually got much informations or like updates from them, but on our side we're just waiting for them to give the go ahead to launch the LNT vault. And then before that, of course, they have the TGE. So yeah. Of course, like on our side, we also have the Aether Galaxy events right now, which is towards Korean community, and we got the support from their ecosystem. There's some cross projects promotions there, and it's going to run for like a whole month. So if you are depositing nodes, either you're Korean or not, you actually I think you can participate, but by just doing it in the Galaxy. Yep. Other than that, I think that's pretty much like in terms of updates from our side. I think the next week it's actually going to be pretty busy in terms of product integrations and product launches. So we'll probably have a lot to kind of cover in the next one. Right now we're kind of just cooking, and also I think the market bottom might be already in. So it's been a pretty crazy like 3 weeks. Where everything just seems to be going down for not much reason. And we're about one week away from Thanksgiving, little over a month away from Christmas. I wouldn't be surprised if we see end of the year rally. But now it's actually looking kind of unlikely for a really high Bitcoin by the end of the year, as some of the KOL or some of the people claim, like Tom Lee at his claim, 170K, 200K Bitcoin. That seems to be kind of far-fetched, or 8,000 ETH. But nonetheless, I mean, it might just be a slight delay. And if you are holding spots, I think you're more than likely it doesn't really affect you as much. Because again, like fundamentally, I don't think there's much bad news for just the industry or just the economy in general. Overall, still kind of looking pretty positive in terms of adoption. Yeah, I guess if you guys don't have anything else, we probably just gonna keep this one short, because we are actually quite busy with all the new integrations coming up. Next week, I think you guys gonna see a ton of more tractions as we are launching products and then moving towards the end of the year milestone. So yeah, pretty exciting times. Yeah, I think I'm going to end it here if there's not much other questions. We're gonna keep this one short. Hope you guys are doing all right with the market right now. And maybe it's towards the end of the darkness. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end the stage now. Thank you guys. Oh, there's some questions. Do we have categories on Discord with the list of collaborations with Lu-Fi? Yes. So we right now it's only the Aether checker node channel and then the DOG alignment nodes channel. Once one goes live, I think we'll make a repo channel as well. These are like, but we have a lot more partnerships. But we haven't like made specific channels with them. So I think what you're suggesting is a category where you can actually check the official just the list. Yeah, that's actually I think it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I think we could probably do that pretty easily, so that because it is kind of an issue when some of the project was claiming that they're doing things with the project, but it's really not. So you can actually check from the official channel. So I think this is meaningful. Yeah, we could add this. Cool. I think that's all right. We'll actually keep it at a short one. Jarko, good. Thanks for the questions. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, we're always here in the chats. See ya.